at that point, I felt like you just started dropping mixtapes and really started kind of flooding the streets. Leading up to Justo's Mixtape Awards, where you won Best Underground Artist. I won an award that year as well. I think either Mixtape of the Year or maybe it was the mashup of the year or something like that. And Justo ended up dying a few months after that award. Yeah, he got into a car accident and died. And that was the first person who looked out for me when I moved to New York from the Bay.
Wow.
He's the one that literally took me around all the mixtape spots. We rode around in his car. He kind of schooled me to the game. I got my first nomination, later that year. And it just started off, without Justo, I may not be here right now.
So,
what I'm saying? I may
man, great brother. And just to correct you, I won the Best Underground Artist. And then I think a year or two later, I won Mixtape Artist, period, overall.
Yeah.
So I think the one that you're talking about is when I won that award, because after that, he passed away, man. Yep.
Yeah, sad.
Great brother, man. Great brother. Yeah. Another K Slay. Another version of another brother that's just like Slay, man. Don't deal with politics. If he felt like I deserved the award, he gave it to me. You know what I mean? Always showed me love when I came in the game. Rest in peace to Justo.
Rest in peace, Justo, man. That was a tough week for me when I heard about that.
Yeah, but back then when I was dropping all of those mixtapes, man, to be honest with you, it wasn't just me, it was a collection of me and Slay together, because after we did one, a couple weeks ago by, he just hit me, be like, yo, you ready for the next one? He did that shit like 5-6 times, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that was inspiration. That inspired me to be creative, because I had to deliver. And I was glad that he did that, because I was so consistent, and they wouldn't let me in. They kept ignoring me, man. No matter how hot I got, no matter how many records I did, no matter how many people loved me, they just kept ignoring my work. But we kept working. Think about it. I met Slay in 2004. I didn't get a deal until 2007. You know what I'm saying? People look at it like, Papoose had a mean run back then. I had a nice run, but through that whole time, I never had a record deal. You know what I'm saying? I finally got signed in 2007, but I was so consistent that I was able to stay relevant for that whole 3-year period. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
You mentioned the deal. You signed a Jive right around 2007. It was like a $1.5 million deal, which was a very big deal at the time. And right around that time, didn't you join Busta Rhymes Flipmode Squad?
Yeah, that's actually correct. Right around that time. Well, actually, it wasn't that I joined Flipmode. Busta and K Slade did a joint venture where they decided to come together to push me as an artist. So it was more like a joint venture as opposed to me just straight joining Flipmode. It was Street Sweeper / Flipmode.
Aha. Okay, and through that's how you got the Jive deal?
No. I had the Jive deal. I think I had did I have the Jive deal? Nope. I'm not sure, man, if I got the Jive deal before the Busta Rhymes, before I aligned. You know what? Right before that. You're right. Right when I aligned with Busta, I got on the Touch It remix, but I already had a bidding war. But it was a light bidding war. But you know how Fat Joe say yesterday's price is not today's price? The price went up. Once I did that Touch It remix, I got to be honest, everything changed, man. So yeah, you're right about that.
Right. And the Touch It remix, the music video ended up in tragedy.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Israel Ramirez. I hope I said his name correctly.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes' bodyguard got killed. Very sad day in hip hop. And it's like all of hip hop was there. Like there was Mary J. Blige, and Swizz Beatz, and Cassidy, and Lloyd Banks, and yeah, man. Sad day in hip hop.
But it was dope that Busta actually dedicated the video to him. If you look at the video, he put like a tribute for him in the beginning of the video. So definitely rest in peace to that brother. Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. Okay, so now you're on Jive, but things aren't really going the way you want them to go.
Yeah, it was worse. It was the worst mistake I ever made in my life.
Wait, the worst mistake you ever made in your life?
In my life, man, because music was my dream. I waited my whole childhood to get to that point of my life. And I went the wrong direction. I went in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So it was the worst decision, man, I ever made in my life. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, man.
Okay, because what, about a year later you left?
Yeah. Oh man, where do I begin, man? I'll tell you a story. So I had a bidding war, like I said earlier. In the process of that bidding war, it was Jive, it was Def Jam, it was Interscope, it was a bunch of labels, Atlantic. I don't want to say nothing wrong. It was a bunch of labels bidding for me. So the bidding war is going on. And Jive came in with the biggest offer. Def Jam had an offer for like, I think 400,000. We had a 700,000 offer, but Jive came in at 1.5 million. So I think it was two ways, not even two ways. I don't remember what device we were using to communicate, but I got a message from somebody. And they said, Papoose, you don't know who I am, but I'm a big fan of you. And please, whatever you do, don't sign to Jive Records. He said, I ain't gonna say the God name, man. He said, but I was in the building and this individual was ranting in the building. He was angry because they have interest of signing you. And I'll never forget this message, bro. He said, he was saying that he doesn't care what happened. As soon as your first single comes out, he's gonna make sure you're off the label. So I hit Slay up. He like a big brother to me. I said, yo, Slay, I got this weird message, man. And you don't really want to pay stuff like that no mind, but this dude was very intricate. He had details. So we ignored it. But it was mighty strange that when I got on the label and my first single came out, as soon as it came out, that's exactly what happened. So I was like, damn, it made me think back of that. And just to go further, I got no support. You know, they were angry because the owner of the label actually signed me directly. I didn't go through nobody. He reached out directly to me and Slay. We flew out and sat with him, and he said, you know why I'm signing you, right? I said, no. He said, I'm signing you because my son is a fan of Law Library. This was Peter Thea and Barry White at the time. I forgot which one of them said that. He said, yo, I'm signing you because my son is a big fan of Law Library. I said, okay. We did the deal. So they were angry. Everybody that worked at the label, they were so mad. And so what they did was, they all just pulled back. They showed me no support. They couldn't take money out of my budget. They couldn't manipulate. So they sabotaged my entire situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say worst mistake I ever made in my life, because I feel like I had a promising shot at really, you know what I mean, doing some real damage. You know what I mean? And that kind of ruined my situation back then.